Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. Welcome to this week's edition of Mods Worth Noting. Let's get going. There's a lot to look at. So the first thing that appears for those who are looking for either survival series or just older equipment, we've got a classic 2-row planter back across all platforms here. You can kind of get a view of it. So if you're looking for some older or smaller equipment, this will give you that option. So another mod here that was interesting is better AI lights. So during rain and snow, and also when the pipe is extended on a combine with AI helpers, the lights will come on so that you'll be able to see a little bit better as you play on the PC. If you're looking for a little bit more control, repair and paint settings gives you the ability by adding items in the game settings menu here, as you can see, for maintenance cost interval, paint cost, and paint interval, that will give you more granular control of those things within your game. So there's two add-ons. There's NetWrap add-on and Twine add-on from DD Mod Passion here for the PC. So for those who are looking for more of a realism type thing, it will allow you to, either for square or round balers, require NetWrap or Twine as appropriate. But it does require that you do some XML editing. They have a how to edit mods folder within the mod that will give you some of that detail, which the modder talks about down here. You know, to make the use of it, you have to go ahead and mod things, and you can see then you've got packs for NetWrap and Twine that appear in your menu. If you're looking to make some changes to the working speed of your equipment, Adjust Working Speed is the mod you may be looking for. It lets you adjust the working speed up to 10 kilometers per hour, 6.2 miles. And so for realistic players, as it says, you can use it to slow down your attachments, but you can also increase it. These type of mods are always great. Field Calculator will give you information about what exactly, from a supply standpoint, will be consumed when you go ahead and work on it, including seeds for the different types of plants. So this was a nice little mod with the change in FS22 with stones. This works across all platforms here. Created by Dogface and relatively inexpensive at $750. It just gives you a tiny stone selling station that you can place somewhere on your farm so that you don't have to drive across the map with your stones. Some of my favorite things, again, are new productions. So this is an industrial bakery, also by Dogface, the same modder who did the last mod we just talked about. And it produces bread and cake, just as the bakery base game does, but it does it at 5 times the speed of the standard bakery. So it gives you that industrial feel if you're looking for that. So from a decorative standpoint, there's a few things we've got. First one here is French Farm Buildings Pack. So there's more modders that are starting to take either things off maps or create some things that you can use. So if you're looking for a European feel, Omatana's got something across all platforms that might work for you. Similarly, if you're looking for an old feel, there's an old farm package that includes a couple farmhouses and a shed. So this one was intriguing. It works across all platforms, and it's a modular BGA that gives you 22 different modules that you can fit together. There's a lot of information here on the page that goes through a lot of detail, so if this is something you're looking for, definitely come check this out. But basically, you only need 2 modules to function. You need a bunker to fill things, and then you need a fermenter to process the biomass. The other thing that's nice is they also have some additional bunkers that include a biogrinder. So for the chopped sugar beets and so forth, you can do that and skip the step of chopping. So it gives you that option as well. So this is a specific mod for forage harvesters, target fill level. According to the modder, it won't work for other harvesters just because of, which would basically be combines, just because of the way the game works with data. but this will show you some additional information about the capacity of the trailers that you've got that the forage harvester can interact with. So this mod for PC from Heady, Speed Control, is also interesting. It gives you 3 memory spots for your speed per vehicle. The buttons to memorize the speed, and then also, the plus minus to change the speed of the selected memory and so forth. So for those folks looking to connect some terrain, this is a bridge pack that includes 8 different bridges that you can use and place within your map. It's obviously going to be doing some terrain editing, so they do note that you want to save your game before you place these, just in case it creates some sort of terrain editing that you weren't expecting. But this works across all platforms, and I know it was definitely something that folks used a lot in FS19 for things like this. So keeping along with the different buildings, Omatana also has an American Farm Buildings pack, and you can see that there's quite a few things here. They've got a photo of them available, and this works across all platforms. Another production item, a sugar beet processing plant. You can use water and sugar beets, and then it will separate them, and it also separates stone and dirt. Talks about using the dirty excess water as slurry, so it seems to have a few options that you might want to take a peek at. So this is a simple mod drawbar that you can use in your 3-point hitch to then give you a ball and pin hitch option to connect things. So there's a new map here on Mod Hub, Calmlands, that looks relatively simple. Very rectangular fields or square fields, obviously, as you can see. It's got a new production of donuts through a confectionery, some other things on it. This may be something I take a peek at in the future in a map tour, but just letting you know it's here if you want to take a look at it before then. So again, those looking to change their gameplay a bit, there's a mod here called Field Lease. If you can't buy fields, it gives you the option to lease fields. This one was a little interesting. It's called Use of Leftovers. You can then, in your bunker silos, place leftover crops that normally wouldn't be accepted in a bunker silo. So this is a mod that will generate some income on your farm. Water wind turbine, so it's basically a windmill that pumps water that then gives you income of $480 per month. So if you're looking to build a big cow operation, old manure heap might be just what you're looking for. You can see they've got capacities from 1.5 million liters all the way up to 5 million liters. So if you're looking for somewhere to offload all that manure and store it, here you go. So some people like to have the option when they're doing something like survival roleplay where they have limited funds to have things that maybe are a little bit old school, that are just, in this case, what looks like kind of beat together metal, not branded or anything, but as it says, low-cost silos. So you can see they've got crazy high capacity, 1 million liters or 500,000 liters, and they're not incredibly expensive. So continuing along, if you like animals and you want a big pasture for cows, this one will hold 490 cows. It's called My Cow Pasture. You can change the roof color as well, and it's available across all platforms. So that'll do it for this week of Mods Worth Noting. There's a lot of updates of things out on the Mod Hub as well, so definitely check in-game if you're using things is the easiest way, and just make sure that some of the mods you're using haven't been updated recently. See you next time.